Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jack 2 Renegade on the Sony PlayStation 3. I am One Wild Sheep yet again, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be taking on the end of the game. This is the final part of the LP, folks. Oh, it's been a long ride. It's been one of my longest LPs to date, I think. And I'm kind of happy to get this one done. I want to move on to other projects, so yeah. But yeah, now we have basically the end game. Now, if you go onto that shuttle, that's the point of no return. You will not be able to return to Haven City if you jump into the red shuttle to head you over to the Metalhead nest. So, if you want to get stuff in the city, I advise now is the time to do it. I believe you can go back to the city if you beat the game by save file wise, but yeah, for the sake of arguments, let's just say this is the point of no return. Get everything in the city now, just in case. You know, it's better be safe than sorry. Okay, Dax, it's time to get this on.
Righto, Jack.
I think my Daxter impression's improving. I hope it is. Oh, this place looks purple. It's pimpalicious. Waluigi would be at home here. But yeah, this, folks, ladies and gentlemen, this is the longest mission in the entire game that I know of. This entire part is essentially this mission, and we are going to be bombarded by brand new enemy types, brand new Metalhead types, and the biggest and most powerful of the Metalheads to date. Now, these giant leapy guys, they're not too big a deal to deal with, but these are the worst enemies, well, some of the worst enemies you can meet up with, the spiders. Like, the leapy guys, they'll just sort of jump about and be a bit of a nuisance. The spider ones will... I find the spider guys will attempt to attack you a lot more often. That or my arachnophobia is going off because I really don't like spiders. I don't like spiders. No, I don't like spiders. They are awful creatures. If I see a spider in the house, I hide from it. I don't care. It could be like the dirty house spider, or it could be a massive tarantula. No matter what the size, I'm gonna hide from the fucker. Because the damn spider, it's out to get me. I don't care what anyone says, I really don't like spiders. Ugh. I'm getting paranoid just thinking about them. Like one time I was meant to do a recording session, and this spider sort of crawled behind my PC, and I just said nope. I refused to record for the rest of that day. So yeah. Spiders are bad, you know, folks. I did horrible things. But anyway, in this mission by here, we're going to be making use of pretty much every single weapon type that we've acquired throughout the entire course of the game. All 4 weapon types will be used. Well, I say that, but I don't really use the Peacemaker too much.
There isn't much hope. With the shield wall destroyed, it's just a matter of time before the Metalheads overwhelm us. You should just go through the rift back to your own time, Jack, and get away from this horrible place.
I see your point. Come on, Jack.
This place is worth fighting for.
We'll hold out as long as we can. Farewell.
Precursor stone, gun, nest.
Light her up, Padre!
Eat this.
That ought to wake him up.
Let's go take care of business.
What? You mean go in there? I'm right behind you.
I don't know why. Shadow... I'm really thinking that the lines from Shadow the Hedgehog will fit right in this game right now with Jack's voice. Let's get moving! Oh god. What else? What else does Shadow say? I'm trying to think now. I can't think of anything that Shadow says. But yeah, this section by here does take a good few attempts if you don't know what you're doing. It is very tricksy. And enemies will try and bombard you, so just keep your wits about you, keep your guns out, and try and attack them from as far a range as physically possible. And you see that giant thing right there, yeah, that giant thing. Well, if you get hit by that thing, good luck, because what that giant thing does is it shoots out giant electricity blasts, and you can't really kill it. At least I don't think it's possible to kill those things. I never really tried, but if you get hit by electricity, it does so much damage to you. You need to sort of maneuver your way around those gigantic super Metalheads without getting hit by them, basically. So, yeah, there's the electricity going off there. They're really not that big a threat, but if you do get hit by them, it's gonna hurt, you know, so just just bide your time, just go slow-ish, and so long as you don't go near their vicinity, you're not going to get hurt. That's all I can say about these guys, really. They're big, they have a lot of bark. Actually, no, I said that backwards. They're big, they don't have a lot of bark, but they do have a bit of a bite, so, as long as you're cautious, you'll be safe. And that's mainly the aim of this mission, you know, folks. If you're cautious enough, you can get through this entire mission without really getting hurt. Like, I'm doing a fine job of getting to the next area. Although I do feel this area does go on for quite a long time, and it does feel really post-apocalyptic, which kind of makes sense because the entire game takes place in a post-apocalyptic setting, considering the end of the first, well, at the beginning of this game, which was the end of the first game, basically Jack's old world really got demolished, didn't it? And this is a result of that, and it's actually really grim if you think about it, how Jack and Dax are technically the reasons why the entire world fell apart. And it's nothing they could really do to stop that and warn each other about this thing, because otherwise it'll create some sort of paradox, and if that happens, then God knows what will happen to the universe. It might even destroy itself, it might even implode. Nobody knows what will happen if a paradox happens, because a paradox. Primarily because none of us actually do know time travel, and literally everything involving time travel is theory, but screw it, let's go with Back to the Future. That if Jack didn't go Back to the Future, would it have created an alternate timeline where like Jack's most hated person in the world becomes like a millionaire or something? It'll be a bad future either way, but one will be the Back to the Future bad future, and the other will be like this one. That would be an interesting mechanic, actually. I would like to see Jack and Daxter go Back to the Future. And plus, having the Back to the Future theme in this game would be very interesting. Wouldn't really fit at all. Bow before my power. There we go, that was the shadow line, I believe. I will destroy all who oppose me. Hurrah! I'm the coolest.
Finally, you've decided to join us, and you brought the precursor stone. Good. The boy will now play his final part.
Not this time.
Oh, but this child is such a part of this. Such a part of you. Don't you recognize him? The boy is you, Jack. And this place, this is where you began. In the future.
But how?
You were hidden in the past on the hope that you would gain the skills to face me today. But Onin was wrong. Now that you've been altered with Dark Eco, the stone will never open for you. Your younger self, however, still has the pure gift. He alone can awaken the stone and the precursor entity which sleeps inside.
This stone is a precursor?
The last precursor egg. Ma was clever. He covered his tracks well through time, hiding his last egg from me and building the shield and city to defend it. It has been a long siege, but today I will finally feed on the last precursor life force.
I think you're forgetting one little thing, Metalomaniac. We've got the precursor stone.
Not for long.
Final boss time, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, this is it now. It's time to take on Metal Core. That's his actual name, by the way. And we need to basically annihilate him and all the metalheads that he spawns. Now, he does shoot out a lot of metalhead eggs which will hatch on the battlefield. And when they do, basically all these little scorpion dudes will pop out and start chasing you down. So what I recommend from the very start of the fight is to get your normal blaster weapon and just jump and start spinning like an absolute maniac. This will do a massive amount of damage to him and he will go down quickly. Now, this boss fight is very short if you know what you're doing, but it is very challenging. From time to time he'll shoot out a, I guess, side beam at you. That's the only sort of, I don't know what it is, but he'll shoot an attack at you, and the best way to really dodge it is either to go on your hoverboard and just sort of hover away, or to roll out the way at, you know, whenever you get a chance. And every phase of the fight he gets a little bit harder and he'll spawn harder goons. On the third phase he'll come down from the center of the arena and start chasing you down. And this is the hardest part of the boss fight as a whole, ladies and gentlemen, so just go into Dark Jack form, just wail on him, although it does look like your melee attacks do literally no damage, so unfortunately Dark Jack is like temporary invulnerability if you're at the point where I am, where I sort of use Dark Jack at the end. You know, I got the Oracle ability and I didn't show it on screen. But yeah, he also has this shockwave ability that you can just simply jump over. Honestly, just keep far away enough from him. Whenever you see him charging up his NG Psy Beam attack, just roll out the way. Whenever he does shockwave, jump over it and just jump and spin. Jump, spin and shoot. That's all I can say. It is a really challenging boss fight, even though I am making it look quite easy, because my health is pretty much on one hit now. If I get hit again, I'm dead. But he is down and out for the count.
Oh man, a precursor.
It is finished. Our ancient enemy is no more. Take hope, brave one. The terrible darkness inside you is now balanced by a glorious light. We will meet again.
We haven't much time. I've sent the coordinates back to our village. Let's go home, everyone.
But we are home.
Kira, I'm afraid your Rift Rider must be used to send young Jack here to a place where he will grow up, safe from harm. He must become old enough to complete the destiny he has fulfilled today. Wait a minute. It's you. I mean, it's me. I have to take him back and watch over him, don't I? Ah, grub roots. Talk about being in the wrong time at the right place.
Hey kid, you take care. Oh, and trust me on this. Stay away from any wumpy nest on your 9th birthday, okay?
I sure hope I built this replica right. I don't know if it...
It's perfect, Kira. This is the very machine we found, or will find later.
What? I just built this. After seeing the first one, I mean. It's based on what I remember from before.
Honey, the more you think about it, the more it hurts the head.
I'll take good care of the child. And don't worry. I'll be back in time for the celebration. Farewell.
Thanks, Amos. Without you...
It's funny. The boy won't remember any of this.
No. I do remember the light.
Your transport is ready, milady.
Thank you, Captain Bruder. Come on. We'll be late for the party at Daxter's new place.
I've got so much work to do. Besides, it's not my thing.
Ten Hut! As the new governor of this city, I ordered the commander of the New Crimson Guard to escort me to an official function. Is that understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
You can start rebuilding the city tomorrow. Tonight, we get to celebrate with our new friends. Besides, tough guy, I'm dying to see you dance.
Not likely.
Welcome to the Naughty Otso, the hippest, happiest joint in town.
Check out the new decor!
Ooh, what a big trophy.
As if size matters. I bagged that bad boy myself, baby.
Onan says she doesn't know who has a bigger head, him or you.
We must not forget Vin and all the others who sacrificed their lives to defeat this evil and protect the child.
I still can't believe that little boy was me. Better times, huh?
You miss him, huh? You know, the kid grows up to be a handsome hero.
Hey, that's enough for you, lady. I'm cutting you off.
Trust me, she gets real mean when she's like this.
What'd she say?
Something about rubber tubing and certain parts of your mother. You don't want to know.
Ah! A metalhead!
Sid!
Sid! I knew that.
You're okay.
You cherries didn't think some nasty-breathed, giant-sized lizard was gonna keep me from the biggest party in town, did you?
I knew you were too tough for him, big guy.
You saved the city and more, my boy. Metalcore and his menace are history, and somewhere out there, an ancient race has begun again.
I'm just glad to be back home.
Yeah, well, rest up. We've got a lot to do, and so much time to do it in.
Don't say time. The Rift Ring was destroyed, remember?
You know, my mama used to read bedtime stories about Ma when she tucked me in. Give me a nice glass of warm yak cow milk, my little poopsie bear.
Bedtime stories? Warm milk? Poopsie bear? Buddy, you just blew your image.
I've got a feeling we'll meet Mars someday. He may be closer than you think.
You're the designated driver.
Oh, no. I am done with adventure. Besides, you'll tell us before something happens next time, right, Samos? Right, Samos?
You never know what the future may hold.
Wait. You know something, don't you, Feather Breath?
Who, me? No, we're just guessing, right, Samos?
Fate, borrow, only time will tell.
No, you're gonna tell right now!
That's on my beak! That's on my beak!
Watch your
Don't touch it!
Jack, my boy, a future awaits.
And the sad thing is, the future that awaits is very sandy and warm. Let's just say that. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Jak 2 Renegade. An absolutely stunning game, absolutely amazing game on the PlayStation 2. Really well made, solid title. You know, it was extremely welly programmed. Extremely welly programmed. I can English. No, it's extremely well programmed. It's all the Jak games were really technological marvels when they were first released. You know, they were really good games in terms of what they did. But the problem with this game in particular is the fundamental game design, because it's such a drastic difference from Jak and Daxter 1 that a lot of fans of the first game will probably initially be put off by this one, you know, and a lot of people really don't like the whole dark and edgy turn that this game series took, especially with Jak's Shadow the Hedgehog sort of voice going on anyway. At least in the last couple of missions, you sound like Shadow. I'm the coolest. But, yeah, fantastic game. The soundtrack, it's not the most memorable, but the first Jak game wasn't even memorable soundtrack-wise, really, either. The first game was more of an adventure romp, and honestly, I think I prefer the first game to play, and that's because it's more my style of platformer, because I'm more of the collectathon exploration platformer guy, you know. I always prefer those type of games. But this is still a solid title. I would recommend this to anyone. The new Dark Jak powers, I think they add quite a lot to the game. A lot of people don't like them, but to each their own. I really do like super forms. Maybe it's because I have a tendency to love super forms in games, and the ability to break the game is always something I love to have, but I digress, you know. It's a fun ride. Daxter is a lot less annoying in this one because he has extra because Jak has a voice. Jak and Daxter can sort of play off each other a lot better, which I enjoy. And I feel the writing towards the end of the game it kind of falls apart in some places. Like the last cutscene wasn't. It felt rushed, you know. The last couple of parts of the game just sort of came in such a rapid boom, boom, boom succession. It feels sort of rushed together and slapped together, which it kind of annoys me. But for the most part, it is a fantastic game. If you haven't tried it, try it out, you know. And that is it for this LP, ladies and gentlemen. So when we return next time, I will be taking on not Jak 2 Renegade. I'm playing Jak 2 Renegade. Well, I've done Jak 2 Renegade. I'll be taking on Jak 3, the third entry in this fantastic saga. Yeah, it's all green. Tally-ho. So I'll catch you all then for a sandy, desert-filled ride, where we also get another super form as well. It's going to start turning into Dragon Ball, isn't it, with all the super forms. What next? Super Eco Super Jak? Hey, it happened in Dragon Ball, it can happen in you know. Super Eco God Super Jak. I'm calling it now. Jak 4, if it ever happens, will have that. Although there is a fourth Jak game, but that's... I never played it, never owned it, and it's not really part of the main trilogy, because it's just... from what I've seen of it, it's not as well put together, you know. It's done by a separate studio. But with that as the LP over and done with, so I hope you all enjoy. I really did enjoy this LP. I felt the last couple of sequences did start to drag on a bit. But the LP as a whole, I enjoyed making it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching as well. And I'll catch you all next time in a different LP at different times. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people. I'll see you all then. Bye!